Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock, and this is City of Villains on the Rebirth server. We are with our level 27 Mastermind Nightmare Lass, who has over 500,000 XP earned, 133,000 to get to the next level, 90 million influence left, or infamy. We have purchased a bunch of new enhancements, so all of our enhancements are level 30. They're nice and green, and I've even got 2 generic invention enhancements of level 30. I had a couple of recipes, and I had the salvage to make these 2. I've actually got one more. I've got an endurance reduction recipe. I just don't have the inert gas and stabilized mutant genome salvage to make it. So once I get those through the process of hunting things and defeating them, we will make that one as well. And we'll slowly, over time, as we go through the next probably 10 levels, replace all of these enhancements that are single origin enhancements with the invention enhancements that never expire. Now these aren't quite as good at 30, the level 30s aren't quite as good as the plus 3 green enhancements. But by the time these things are only plus 1 to us, this one will be about equal to that. And so they're fine, they work really well, and we can keep them all the way to level 50. They won't hurt us relative to having single origins. So I'm with Doc Buzzsaw. I looked this up. I believe Doc Buzzsaw is not one of the brand new contacts, so hopefully she won't give me a whole bunch of story missions that I don't like. So she says, you must be Nightmare Lass. I've heard so much about you. Please call me Dr. Buzzsaw, or just Doc, if you prefer. My exuberant young friends within the Freak Show bequeathed the name to me following a small incident with my former fellows among the disciples of Dr. Vajalok. Those times are behind me now, and so I choose to keep the colorful moniker to designate the start of my new life here, helping my allies. I hope that I will be able to count on you among my associates as I continue my work. And available mission. She says, I do a great deal of work, and not just for my friends within the Freak Show, miners, workers, and even members of groups such as the Sky Raiders and Arachnos. I give the aid of my skills to all. Unfortunately, often the desperate men who hire my services cannot afford to pay when the bill comes due, so sometimes I must recover my work from its current owners. Many of them are, understandably, I think, reluctant to return the very valuable merchandise they now have, and so I like to employ occasional freelancers to do this sort of work for me. I'll need you to recover everything from my list from its current owners. So I think this is going to be a multi-mission sort of mini-arc. There are 5 items I need returned to feed the current owners and recover these items, or in 2 separate and sad cases, recover the items from their perished bodies. The first item is a pair of cybernetic eyes that I implanted in Lieutenant Rafferty of the Council. I've tried to have my friends among the Freak Show do this sort of thing for me in the past, but in all their exuberance, a simple collection all too often ends up in a firefight, and things get damaged. They are quite entertaining, but a bit too rambunctious. So now we're going to go fight, I guess, the Council, and recover the first item. So there are 5 items, so I think this is going to be 5 missions in a row, and then maybe a finisher, and that will be the end of this story arc. And at that point, I think I might move on to Nerva Island, which goes from the upper 20s to 40, and maybe start doing newspaper missions and see if we can get a broker there and start getting contacts there. Alright, so there have been enough ambushes in these missions recently that I'm going to summon my demons before I go inside. We really do have like a little army here. So if we take a look, Curly should be much more accurate with his hold. So he should hit every single time. Because I've got 2 accuracy enhancers on him now. 1 endurance. I'm going to give him a hold duration. Maybe 2 hold durations and a damage, or maybe a hold duration and 2 damage. Not sure about that, but we're definitely going to give him at least 1 hold duration. And there are some council, so go get them, guys. So we need to find Rafferty. And I guess we're gonna kill him and, like, extract his eyes from his dead body. I don't know. Cybernetic eyes. Good job, guys. Now, one other thing I did do, by the way, if you look down here, I have accuracy on Arcane Bolt now, and I now switched out the teleport foe from Endurance Reducer to an accuracy, so hopefully we won't miss it as much with it. Right, so I should hit a lot more often. One person said, Kievar I think said in the comments that the enemies will come with their spawn mates if they see you, if you're in line of sight with them when you teleport. And so when you summon the guy to you, if they have line of sight, they will come after you. If not, like if you do it around a corner or something, they won't. And that's fine. So thanks for that information. I probably knew that and forgot it. I used to have teleport foe with my Dominator. I would teleport them to me and then do a hold like this, which was super fun. Of course, in the old days, you could not take teleport just as a travel power without having taken either teleport foe or recall friend. You can see that my guys are doing a number on even yellow cons, let alone white. We so outnumber the spawns now that we're just kicking butt. What else have we got here? Anybody else? Doesn't look like there's anybody else in this room. Alright guys, come with me. We don't really need those enhancements, so... Where's the boss? I would have thought he'd be down here, but this is a dead end. I was telling a friend of mine, I feel like my, this Mastermind is a bad demon mommy, because she just, like, she'll just leave her demons to fight her battles for her, you know. Which I guess is what all Masterminds do, but... like at one point I was in the outdoors and we were having a fight and I thought, okay, well if it goes south I'll just fly up and just dismiss the demons and let them die. And that's not being a very good mommy, you know, to her demons. But hey, she's a Mastermind, she's evil. She will sacrifice her minions if the need be. She does heal them, you know. But only insofar as they are useful to her. Look at that. Just instant... A instant hold. So cool. Oh, I outran my guys. They didn't even notice me in there because they have stealth on. So it seems like +0 definitely not strong enough. We might have to set this up to +1. I guess we can. My main concern is just the +2 bosses, which we will see in +1 missions. But you can see with white and yellow cons how easy it is. So is this the boss over here? Yep, that's him. Go get him, boys! And go get this guy, he's the boss. See if I can knock him down. Nope. Up. But my buddy Curly gave him a hold, and that hold is really helpful. And that completes the mission. So now we need to go to the second item. Alright, so guys, what I'm going to do, I don't know if it's going to change things for this mission, but I'm going to up the notoriety to +1 again, and we'll see how it makes things work. Alright guys, we are back. I'm summoning my little demons and my big demons. And we are going to go into the next mission and get the second item for Buzzsaw. So there are going to be 5 of these. I don't think we'll be able to do them all in one episode. But we'll get through as many as we can. And these guys are scrapyarders. Yeah, so their bosses are a little tougher. And if you remember right, that's what made me switch to the back to +0, where was the mission where I had to fight. I think it was about 4 or 5 different scrapyarder bosses. Right, and they were just too much for my little demons. They were just killing them left and right. But if we can hold some of these guys, it might be all right. All right, you guys stay here. I'm gonna just look up above. What do we got? Oh, there's some scrapyarders. All right, so come on up. And attack. Wow, look at that. You see? That's the demolitionists that are just horrible. But see, he froze him, so he can only do it once. And that's it. And so now I can heal my guys. So we need to find a body part. That's kind of gross. Yep, and there's some +2s. Alright, but we have recall friend now, or recall foe now, whatever, teleport foe. So we can maybe do some teleporting here. So let's see. Why can I not? There we go. Right there. Get him. So I was staying behind the column to follow the advice of avoiding the line of sight of the lieutenant, who should be over here somewhere. I did target him before. Yep, right there. There doesn't seem to be anybody else around, so we'll just have our guys come over here and fight him. Get him! Look at that. He's not even going to be able to do his demolition or anything else to us. Because he's trapped. That is a great job, Curly. What a difference just having that extra demon makes. So now, pardon me while I rebuff my guys and make them a little bit resistant to Mez. Alright guys, let's take a look at what's around. This is actually a newer chunk of office. This particular layout they did not have when the game first launched. Okay, get him. Yep, and as long as Curly can trap these guys... I don't need that. As long as Curly can trap these guys, we are in good shape. Alright, this is going to lead us to the next level. It is highly unlikely then that this body part will be here on this level, because then why would we need to go to the next level? So usually the map logic of this is that it's on the last level of the map. This is going to be a small level, so it probably won't be on here either, or maybe it will. Nobody in there. Here we go, guys. And there's a guy right there. So let's bring him down to us. Oh, I moved. Yep. Alright, well, just attack him. It's fine. And that traps him. Good job. Larry do a little extra damage. I hear a glowy. What are you guys doing? Whoa, 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 what are you doing? What? How come they ran ahead of me? And there's the body. Excellent. So we did okay in that mission, but we didn't have to face any bosses. And the real question is, what's going to happen when we have to face bosses? Curly's hold will not work the first time he throws it, so it's going to take a while before he can mez the guy. So I just don't know. We'll see. So far, so good. That was the first +1 mission. If we end up with an elite boss or something, it could be undoable. I just don't know. And my guess is the elite boss would be fine if he's +1, right? If he's +0 to the mission. But if he's set as +1 to the mission, then we're going to have trouble, because there'll be a +2 elite boss. As you can see, I am now summoning while we are outside the mission, specifically because I don't want to get ambushed with none of my pets out inside the mission. And in we go. So this is sewers. So now we need to get an arm from Mr. Wontongo? What does that say? Wangatanga? Wangotongo. So these are freaks. I've not fought the freaks with these guys yet. Let's see how we do. Go get them. Notice I am not attacking anymore at all. I'm just healing my buddies. Speaking of that, I need to heal Miney. Just healing my buddies and drifting along and letting them do all the work. Yes, I'm a mastermind. I let my minions do the dirty work. What do we got here? Okay, go get him. Let's let Mo do a little extra damage. Okay, there's a couple guys across the way. Now we have to wait for these guys to res. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just in case, because I don't want to aggro these new guys while the old guys are rezzing. Go get them! Now if I really want to be min-maxy, what I could do is order the attack on one freak, and then when he's held, like this guy, right, and switch the attack to another guy that's not held, right? You see that one just rezzed. Right, because while the held guy is held, he's not doing any damage to my guys, right? To my minions. So if you want to be real min-maxy about it, and micromanagey, then the thing to do is let them start the attack as soon as one of them is held. As soon as the guy that you order the attack against is held, switch targets and let the held guy just stay there being locked down while you fight another target. And then by the time that target is cleared out and finished, the hold will be over and you can, hold the next guy. And, you could do that. It's certainly how I would do it if I were, playing, doing the holds and the damage myself, like with a Dominator. I just don't know whether it's necessary to be that micromanage-ish with these characters, with these minions. I just, right now, so far, it doesn't seem to be necessary to be that precise and to micromanage it that much. But we could do that. Go attack. You see, he's held, and now we switch targets. Right, because that guy's held, so we don't need to fight him right now. Because he can't do any incoming damage. Right? And then we take out the next guy. And you see this guy is still held. Right, now he's awake. And so once we actually have upped the hold duration of Curly's ice block there, that one hold will last for the rest of the fight until we come back to him. Right, until we cycle back to him. Go get him. Now we switch. He needs some help. Oh, I just got stunned. Let's break free. Come on, guys. Focus fire. go. A little bit of trouble there because of the rezzing. But we're good. And if you look at this, the reduced endurance on Curly is really paying off. His endurance bar used to come down to here, but it doesn't seem to be doing that so much anymore. And there's the boss. Alright, let's see if I can find a way to get this minion without aggroing the boss. I don't know if I'm out of his line of sight yet or not. We'll see. We can live with it if the boss comes too. Nice! Guys, stay there. Just want to see who else is here. Doesn't look like there's anybody else around him. So I can order the attack. Go for it. And I'll give Curly some luck. Let's give Larry hell on earth. Why did he not get healed? There we go. And look at this. He held him. That's perfect. That is what you want to see. Right? And so while he's held, my guys are doing massive damage to him. He's just getting his butt kicked. Mission accomplished. Nice job, guys. He's gonna res. Let's go ahead and get the XP for him again. Get him. They're doing a pretty good job. Oh, one of my guys died. Curly, you need to get in here. There we go, that's it. So we beat him twice. We got the XP for him both times. Alright, let's head out. Thanks, guys. My reward for them helping me as I send them back to hell. Okay, let's see. How long is this episode? We are at 28 minutes, so I think we're about halfway through. I'm going to stop here, guys. I'm going to sell some enhancements and let's see. What do we got for recipes? We have a resist damage that we can actually make, and we can now make the endurance. I am not going to swap out the enhancements that I have, but I will go ahead and make these. And then when the time comes, either when these expire or when I get new powers, when I add new slots, like at level 29, I will use them. Until next time, I am Scriverlock, and this has been City of Villains.